Since 1959-1960 and the invention of the birth control pill, women have been able to go on to higher education in increasing numbers and get a college degree. Once they have a college degree, they are able to enter the professions and have a career and become economically self-supporting. It's from 1960 on that you see the divorce rate increase significantly, the number of children per family decline, and now the divorce rate is approximately 50% for first marriages and 65% for second marriages. In the third millennium, the purpose of marriage is more related to the psychological satisfaction and emotional fulfillment of the partners in the relationship. What people want out of marriage has changed significantly in the last 50 or 60 years. And it appears that romantic love is not as important to people as companionship, loyalty, and a sense of fairness in the relationship. I was brought up in the Roman Catholic tradition where we were taught that marriage is a sacrament. As such, marriage is a path to salvation. Also, in many Eastern religions, marriage is considered a yoga, a method of spiritual development. When two people are married, they constantly provide feedback to each other about their deeper thoughts and feelings, and they are witnesses to each other's behavior, provide feedback in a continuous way to each other, so that any blind spots that one partner may have about their own thoughts and feelings and behavior become illuminated with the feedback from their partner. It's almost like with our physical appearance, you look in a mirror and you can comb your hair, put on your makeup, or shave. Socially, our partner in an intimate relationship becomes our social mirror. This is the reason that dishonesty is so important in marriage. As they say in the computer business, garbage in, garbage out. So if partners are not being honest with each other, not being candid and forthright, obviously the feedback that they're receiving from their intimate life partner is distorted. When that occurs, the function of marriage, which is to facilitate the growth and development of each of the parties, is hampered, if not interfered with. This kind of intimate communication requires self-disclosure. People are only willing, though, to be self-disclosing if there's trust and confidence that the information they share is going to be used for the support and encouragement and understanding of oneself, and not for criticism, rejection, judgment. Also, the self-disclosure in marriage needs to be reciprocal. One person alone cannot grow and develop psychologically, emotionally, and spiritually and leave their partner behind. So the interaction and rapport between the two partners is critical to the marriage being a vehicle for psychological, emotional, and spiritual growth and development. Some people like the idea of being married more than they like the person they're married to. Those folks like the institution of marriage. They like the lifestyle. They like the roles that the husband and wife play. They like the predictable interaction and the security that comes from maintaining a household together. That's okay if that's what people want out of marriage. It's a roommate situation. They share a household together. However, very often there isn't much emotional and psychological interaction, and the marriage is not a vehicle for psychological, emotional, and spiritual growth. It merely is a lifestyle. If what you're looking for is psychological, emotional, and spiritual growth as a result of your intimate marital relationship, finding a life partner who will interact with you at that level and be a kindred spirit requires an awareness on your part, as well as a discriminating perceptiveness to find a person who will interact with you in such a way that it facilitates your development and you can facilitate your partner's development. So the question is, as Tina Turner said, what's love got to do with it? It's a second-hand emotion. In my view, love is icing on the cake, but it's not the cake. The character and intelligence and awareness, self-awareness of the person that you enter into an emotional, psychological, spiritual relationship with becomes critical. Took me many years to learn this, but I learned it from my clients. And we never talk about it in our society. But one of the biggest tragedies is to fall in love with somebody who isn't any good for us. And it happens all the time. If you look at the divorce rates, it happens 50% of the time. So when you are courting, get to know the inner life of your intended partner. I will be sharing further ideas in subsequent videos about marriage. I hope this has been helpful. Thanks for watching. Bye.